Amaterasu and the others returned to the foot of Ezofuji. There they saw Lika, praying intently. The storm had subsided. Then, as if to celebrate their hard-won victory, the twin volcanoes of Ezofuji erupted in great pillars of flame. The villagers felt the warmth on their skin and wept tears of joy. However, Oki merely surveyed the scene stoically, remaining silent. Although the evil demons had been driven away, the thought of having taken the sword and caused so much grief weighed heavily on his heart. The only one who could ease the burden of his woes was Samiko. The chieftain who had rescued Kemu from the shrine stepped forward. Silently, he approached Oki, offering an outstretched hand. His eyes betrayed the complexity of the emotions behind the gesture. Oki, realizing the gravity of the scene, extended his hand in turn. The moment they shook hands, Wepkir was reborn into a village far too strong to ever fall victim to evil again. As for Kutone, the sword that vanquished the twin demons, it was returned to its pedestal by Oki's own hands. And as long as the glow remained, no evil dared draw close. Kutone's gleam spoke of a power too great to succumb to evil. At that moment, a brilliant flash of light shot forth from Kutone, striking squarely on the frozen surface of Laoji Lake. Though the lake had never shown any sign of melting, cracks began to open up along its surface. The legend of the Iron Ark, Yamato, said to have fallen from heaven, and the holy Laoji Lake, which it called home, was revealed to be more than a mere legend before all those present. Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Ōkami. Last time we made our way to the innermost part of the Wauku Shrine, and alongside Oki, we defeated Lechku and Nechku, and brought peace to Wepkir. However, before us lies the Ark of Yamato, and inside, indeed, lies our final battle. We will not be heading there yet, however. We are now in a phase of the game that I feel like most people simply call Endgame. We can now go anywhere in the world and explore every last thing that we have not done up to this point, and we will be doing that in this episode. The first place I would like to go, first things first, is Seion City to spend all of our hard-earned cash. Alrighty, here in Seion City, I would like to buy something from the merchant. Here he has the Tundra Beads, which is the 5th tier rosary and the final weapon that we can buy. It runs you a very, very costly 500,000 yen. I would like to upgrade this immediately because I plan on using the Tundra Beads over the course of the next couple of episodes, and I'd really, really like to have the power of the Tundra Beads at our back at its maximum. Anyway, like the other two 5th tier weapons, this also acts as an elemental source. What you can do is you can use it as a source of ice, and this can be used for comedic effect. Alright, we'll use you. Yep, whenever you use it on NPCs, it turns them into snowmen temporarily. Ay. Anyway, I heard a rumor about some praise that we could get here near the end of the game after we've completed the Wauku Shrine. There should be the guy that gives out the chrysanthemum hairpin somewhere around here. Maybe it has to be nighttime. I did it! I did it! Guess what, pup? I'd been working really hard with not much time for anything else. And then Kiku came along and told me she loved me. That's obviously the way to do it. A man has to just go on his own way and let the ladies come to him. Yep, there we go. Free 50 praise from the guy that we gave the chrysanthemum hairpin to when we were doing Hayaso's side quest. Turns out he's on the bridge and not in the restaurant. I don't know if that hairpin had anything to do with it. Maybe it's more a matter of all things come to those who wait. Anyway, that's one less thing we need to worry about now, Ami. Very nice. Anyway, it's worth noting, if you make it... that was weird. If you make it daytime anywhere in the world, you will notice that it will still continue to be dark out, which is a little unfortunate. That's a result of the Day of Darkness approaching. So if you want to run around in Nippon in the daytime, I recommend keeping a hold of a save from before you go through the Spirit Gate. Anyway, with that, I want to head over to the Imperial Palace. Alright, here we are at the Imperial Palace. I am here to buy the remaining holy artifacts that require Demon Fangs. Now, there's really no particular reason I'm doing this other than completion. The Thieves' Glove probably is never going to get used in the entire LP, but I do recommend at this point in the game buying the wood mat for something we're going to be doing over the course of the next few episodes. Anyway, with that, that is every single holy artifact that we can buy, so from now on, with Demon Fangs, you can buy just other random stuff that they sell, because we have all of the one-time purchases. Come and visit me again when you have more Demon Fangs to swap. Probably not, dude. I have to apologize. Anyway, with that, I would like to head over to, believe it or not, Shinshu Field to finally complete the stray bead count over in that area. Specifically, we are headed over to Tama's house. We are going to get a stray bead here today. Now, it's worth noting you could have gotten this the instant you got Cherry Bomb 3. I just waited to do it now so we wouldn't break the flow of Kamui. Another year's festival has come and gone. I'm all burned out. I wonder if I'll ever be as fired up as that again. You know, so fired up, your heart won't stop pounding. Bam, bam, bam! Sheesh, this guy's all washed up. Well, what we want to do is we want to reignite his passion, so let's draw him a cherry bomb. My time's past now. Those days when my heart wouldn't stop pounding. Pull yourself together, man. Ami, do one of your big bangs. Make it a real big one. Okay, so I guess you have to talk to him twice. Really? He's not going to buy that? Maybe we have to leave and come back. Alright, I even made it nighttime and daytime again for good measure. It's no good. That's not going to get me fired up again. It won't bring back the old bam bam bam. Well, how about this, buddy? Oh, come on. I know you can trigger this. I know I'm not doing it wrong. Can we just bring up the, aha, 2 bombs. That's what he wants. Oh, was that a double whammy? Amazing! And he gives us 30 praise. I guess he doesn't actually require you to draw 1 cherry bomb first like I thought. It's coming back to me now. The old bam 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 of my heart pounding. What we want to do now is we want to draw 3 of these guys. I said we want to draw 3 of these guys. So we'll draw in 1, draw in a second one, and draw in a third one. Where'd he go? Okay, I guess we have to leave and come back again. I could have sworn we didn't have to do that, but alright. Alright, we're back now. It's no good. That doesn't do anything for me at all. It needs more bam bam bam. Okay, now we want to draw in 3 cherry bombs. I left and made it day and then night again, although I swore you didn't have to do that. Apparently you do. This is one of those stray beads that I'm just not really familiar with the exact workings of it, just because you can only do it crazy late in the game. And you really, really have to be careful of these cherry bombs not smacking into anything that can ignite them. So the hardest part of this side quest is actually just drawing the stupid cherry bombs so they don't actually go off before you draw in 3 of them. Whoa, was that a triple whammy? And there it goes. Oh, unbelievable! And we get 50 more praise. It's coming back to me. I'm Tama. That's it. Tama, the flaming pyrotechnist. Thanks, pup. You've rekindled my fiery spirit. I want you to have this bead I found around here in return. And we get a stray bead. Very good. Okay then. Can't sit around here getting senile. I've got to come up with some ideas for next year's festival. Very nice. Now, with that, I want to head over and talk to the Nameless Man. Alright, to do this next side quest, you'll want to have cleared the Demon Gate out right here and restored the Nameless Man's kiln. Now, this side quest comes in phases. It has 5 different phases that unlock as you go through the game, and the last phase that you're required to do before you get your reward doesn't unlock until you take Lika to the Ōkami Shrine, which means this is basically the earliest we can do this. This is the life, huh? It's great to be clutching my axe again. See this kiln, friend? It disappeared when the curse struck. My workshop is my pride and joy. I'm stoked to have it back. I'm actually an artist communing with nature on a deep level, man. I can hardly wait to start firing up some pots again. Earthenware's like a mirror into the soul, man. Whatever mood you're in, good or bad, it all comes out in the pots. Check this out. I just finished firing my first piece. My first vase, the Azure Neck. I love flowers. Single flower vases are my specialty. You can have it if you like it. What you want to do is you want to grab this vase and you want to take it over to one of the several statues around in Shinshu Field that you might have spotted at some point during our adventure. If you were to interact with them, Isun would suggest leaving an offering, and this is what that is for. The first one that I know of is right over here in this cave. So what you do is you just bring the vase right on over to it, and you leave your offering. For that, we get a measly 5 praise, which isn't too terribly much. What you want to do now is you want to make it nighttime, and then daytime again, and then talk to the Nameless Man a second time. Alright, we are back again. Still looking after that first vase I gave you, buddy. I've come up with one that's even better. Check it out, man. My second vase, the Indigo Neck. My potter's intuition is starting to come back to me, man. You can have it if you like it. Alright, off to the next statue. Alrighty, here is statue number 2. Leave our offering, and we get 10 praise, which is a little bit better. Once again, nighttime and then daytime. Alrighty. The White Connoisseur returns. Don't worry, just a nickname I cooked up for you, man. Look, I've just finished my 3rd piece. My 3rd vase, the Rust Neck. See that sober shading? An expert like you knows what it means, huh? We're 2 of a kind, you and me. Here, take it. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember where exactly the 3rd statue is, but I think I'll find it eventually. Aha, I found it. That took way, way longer than it really honestly needed to, and for that, we get 15 praise. You guys know the drill by now. Let's make it night and make it day. Hey, white connoisseur. Your nose never lets you down, huh? You're just in time to check out my fourth masterpiece, man. My fourth vase, the auburn neck. Getting the color just right was a challenge even for me. Go ahead, take it. Do with it what nature tells you to. Alrighty, off to the next statue. And right here is statue number 4. Make this offering, and we get 20 praise. Now it is worth noting, you can take these to any statue in any order. This is just my preferred order. Anyway, with that, back to the kiln. Hey, is that? Can it be? Yeah, it's him. It's that guy. Hey! Like, don't be so loud, man. No need to disrupt nature's harmony with a loud voice. You don't need to squeal like a rat for me to hear you. Did he just call me a rat? Yeah, that is a new one. Still, getting excited about my next masterpiece is only natural. And so now, allow me to unveil my greatest creation, my last vase, the pure neck. Well, see the irresistible charm of its naive simplicity? It's so great, like, I don't even know what to do with it. Here, white connoisseur, you look after it. I don't know why you'd trust us with this thing considering we're a dog, but anyway, off to the final statue. Indeed, all that remains of the moon cave is this little statue, so I figured it was pretty fitting to save it for last, and for that we get 50 praise. So now I want to head back to the Nameless Man one more time. So, how's my best ever vase doing, white connoisseur? I guess I shouldn't bother asking, huh? I'm sure you've found the perfect place for it, friend. Let me give you something to say thanks. And for that, we get the last stray bead in Shinshu Field. Took us long enough, but there we go. It's trippy, man. You know, I'm not sure that vase was even real. I don't think I have what it takes to make another like that. The lifestyle of a master potter isn't an easy one, man. But that's exactly why I became one. The real challenge has, like, only just started. Back to work. Very nice. The Nameless Man's story is now over, so now, with that, we have an interesting stray bead to get. Where is it? Well, it turns out it's actually all the way back in Yoshpet, so I will meet you guys right over there. Alrighty, hawk-eyed viewers might notice I have actually equipped Solar Flare temporarily. That is not for combat, but because it can be used as a source of fire, and that's going to be quite necessary in this upcoming area. What this is it is the last racing minigame, and oh boy, is this going to be fun. Amaterasu, what in the world are you doing here? Well, honestly, I knew you'd come back here. When we ran through the forest together before, I was really surprised to find that you could keep up with me. No one's even come close to beating me in a race before. Ever since that day, I've had this burning question in my head. Which one of us is the fastest? I'm absolutely desperate to know once and for all. And that's why you came here too, right? So, shall we race? Yes, this is a race through the first segment of Yoshpet from the beginning portion to where Punktan is located, and I'm just going to say right now I don't expect to do this in one try, so I'm just going to be cutting away to my successful attempt and speeding up and playing music. Just a bit of a tip for you, equip Solar Flare to melt any ice, and take every shortcut you can. Okay, we'll race through the forest to the clearing. Whoever gets there first is the winner. O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, bestow upon me your divine powers. Okay, we did it. Second try. Very good. But, that's not possible. I ran as fast as I could. How could you possibly have managed to get past me like that? I suppose this is what happens if you take on the Great Amaterasu. And for that, we get 50 more praise. Well, it's kind of a relief in a way, I'll say. Oh man, my heart is racing. Ever since the first time I met you, the only thing on my mind has been which one of us can run faster. I was losing sleep wondering about that. Thanks for finally putting my mind at ease. Now I can see you off on your travels without a heavy heart. I'll be praying for you to have a safe journey. Here, take this. And we get the dreaded stray bead number 90. Very good. Anyway, with that, there's one more stray bead I want to grab in this video, and we can actually get it in Puncton, so I am heading inside. Alrighty, here we are in Puncton, and what we want to do is we want to head over to Old Man Ishaku's house now that we have cleared out the Ōkami Shrine, because he might have some more stuff to talk to us about, considering some recent events that have gone over. Anyway, right up here. Hello, Wolf. Here to pay another visit to Ishaku? I'm assuming that means yes. He's been full of energy since your last visit. It's quite incredible. He even regained his eyesight. And for that, we get 50 more praise. Very nice. Before we do anything else, I would like to head in here and upgrade my Astral Pouch, since this is the only thing we have left to upgrade, and honestly, at this point in the game, I would actually recommend upgrading it as much as you can. Anyway, let's head inside. This village is blessed with light from luminous moss. That's why no one else has noticed. But I can feel it. The day of darkness is almost here. Don't look at me like that, Ami. Yes, you're right. I do have a grandson. His name is Isun. Even when he was small, he had the potential to surpass me. I expected a lot of him, so I trained him really hard. But it backfired, and he ended up hating painting. I doubt he'd even pick up a brush nowadays. If you ever bump into him on your travels, please, tell him that I'm praying for his happiness. And give him this. And we get one more stray bead, which Isun will never see because this is something that we want. That's all I can do for him now. But I love my grandson more than anyone could ever know. Yep, indeed, in case it wasn't obvious before, Isun is indeed Ishaku's grandson, and there is a bit of a sad backstory around it. Anyway, with that, I want to head over to, believe it or not, the dojo. Alrighty, here we are at the dojo, and we are here because I would like to buy the combos for the rosary. Now, if you don't plan on using the rosary for the rest of the game, I don't recommend you buy this. Instead, I recommend you buy the reflector techniques, but since I'm going to be using the rosary going forward for a little bit here, I want to buy these techniques right now before anything else. So you once again choose to try your hand at the fighting arts. Yep, blah blah blah, we've seen this before, but I think I'll let him do his little dance just because this is the last time I plan on showing it in the series. Very good stuff. Are you mentally prepared to handle the ultimate challenge? I bet you, sir, we are. So let's head right on inside. Let the lesson begin. We'll practice the Spirit Storm Rosary technique. So what you want to do with this one is basically swing the Wii remote just like before. Swing the Wii remote rapidly in succession. Time it well. Repeat until you connect 6 consecutive rosary hits. The more you swing the Wii remote, the more powerful the hits become. Attack quickly and with beauty. Attack fiercely and with fury. Give it all you've got and send the evil ones packing. Very nice. I think I understood it well enough. And he will give us a technique scroll as proof that we earned it, just like before. So to demonstrate right here, basically what this does is it allows us to chain more rosary combos together. And you can chain this up really high if you're good at using the rosary. You do have to be pretty good at chaining the pattern together, but as you can see, we're getting up to like the 80s and 90s. Let's see if I can get this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Awesome. Not the easiest thing in the world because you do have to have a pretty rhythmic sense of how to use this ability. But anyway, with that, I am going to leave and come back and learn the 7-hit combo as well. Alrighty, here we are again. Let the lesson begin. Now this one's pretty self-explanatory. Spirit Armageddon is exactly the same as Spirit Storm, except it's 8 hits. Oh, that's even better than I thought it was. Nice. But yeah, the description is altogether the same, so we're just going to be learning this one because I plan on using the rosary for a little bit over the next few episodes, and I think having these combos would be really, really smart to do. Now let's see if I can get this first try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, I screwed it up. 1, 2. Alright. I'll figure this out eventually, I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. I got it. You really have to be in tune with your inner metronome here. Not bad. Keep it up. I don't think so, buddy. Anyway, with that, I want to head back out into Kamui for some last-minute stuff. Alrighty, with that out of the way, it is worth noting I will be buying all of the techniques before we go into the final boss. I'm just buying those two specifically now because we're not doing the final boss after this episode. Indeed, there is some more stuff that we're going to be doing. But the last thing I want to do in this episode is I want to get my Astral Pouch fully upgraded. And for that, we're going to need to go and scrounge up some last little bits of praise around the world because we need 400 praise and we need it quickly. So let's see, right here we're going to get 40 right off the bat from doing this clover right here. And basically what this is going to be is it's going to be me going around the world hunting for sources of praise until I can scrounge up 400. So I think one last little montage right here will do us some good. So I'm going to go find some more praise. Alrighty, I have managed to scrounge up 400 praise around the world from feeding animals, blooming clovers, various things like that. So what I would like to do now is head in here and upgrade our final astral pouch. Very nice. Now it is worth noting we have praise left over. Any future praise that you obtain after fully upgrading everything, 1 unit will convert to 1,000 yen, which can make you a very rich person very, very quick. Now, it is worth noting there is an achievement in the PS3 version for completing this screen as I have done so I'd like to discuss achievements briefly. The travel guide, the bestiary, the treasure tome, the animal tome, the fish tome, and the stray beads, I believe all have achievements tied to their completion in the PS3 version. I'm not going to be explicitly going out to complete any of these just because there is no reward for completing them in the Wii version. I'm going to note that there is one missing animal that you can miss and not feed. That is the dog that I showed you in Kamiki Village of the Past, so you need to make sure to feed that right then in order to complete this. The bestiary also has a missable enemy in the Emperor's bedroom. Back when we were in the Imperial Palace shrunken down, there is an enemy called the Fire Doom Mirror. That is the only place that you can fight that enemy in those blue enemy scrolls, so you need to make sure to fight one if you want to complete the bestiary and get that achievement. Also worth noting, the very first stray bead in the entire game is in fact missable. The Cave of Nagi will for some reason become unavailable to you at some point in the game. I'm not entirely sure when, but I'm sure it has happened by this point in our adventure. I'm like 99% certain I mentioned this way back in episode 2 when we got the first stray bead, so it really shouldn't be any sort of concern if you've been following along. Anyway, with all that out of the way, I might as well also mention that I'm not going to go and grab every treasure and every bit of praise in the game just because it would take forever to do, and again, there is no reward for it. So the only thing we have left to do are these stray beads. We have stray bead 44, 65, and 79. These 3 stray beads are tied to something called the Devil Gate Trials. These are 3 massively difficult challenge super boss things hidden around in various locations in the game. And we are, in fact, going to be doing them. So, this past episode of Ōkami, we have ventured around Nippon and grabbed every last thing that we can get, except for those 3 stray beads tied to the Devil Gate Trials that I mentioned. Now, we are going to be covering the Devil Gate Trials in the next 3 episodes, those being episode 46, 47, and 48. There will be no story progress in any of those videos, as each one will be simply dedicated to this challenge. So if you are not interested in 100%, you are only interested in the story, I recommend skipping directly to episode 49 after the conclusion of this episode. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and whichever episode you see next, I will see you guys next time.